Hello, my buddy. How are ya? How's it going? How are you doing? Listen, I've been meaning to speak to you. And actually, I got a bone to pick with you. But before I get into any of that, I want to invite others that are listening and watching my video to subscribe. Hit the little bell. Hit the black notification after you've done that. That'll send, just like my fingers went and directed, all my content will just come right over to you. And it'll drift in periodically as these videos become available to you and as the algorithm presents itself. All right, back to you, my friend. So I got a bone to pick with you, and I'm gonna lay a few things out. Because this is how I feel that I have acted in the past. And unbeknownst to me, somebody had to point this out to me. So here's how it goes. I don't believe you believe that you are worthy enough. I don't believe you feel like you're worthy enough of time with yourself. And when you do think of all the things that you could do by yourself, for instance, go psh, psh, or, head out fishing, or, maybe head out for a nice run, or, how about that gym membership that you've been wanting to get at since you registered in the new year? Or how about, maybe, I don't know, let's just draw some straws and think about all the other things that you've been putting off because you've been feeling guilty about taking time away from your family. I said it. And as I said it, I'm looking at 3 deer right behind me, and I had no idea that they were here. So who is standing in the headlights of who here? That's fascinating. I'm going to get back to this though, because as I listen to the bird chirping and watch the deer as they're curious about me talking to you, I'm more curious about wondering why it took you so long to think about what I'm talking about. And maybe it didn't take you that long at all. Maybe you've been doing it on and off for the last couple of days. Maybe you're more curious than these deer are here when it comes to looking after yourself. Maybe you need to nourish yourself better when it comes to nourishing your family, because you are doing this backwards, bass-ackwards. You are doing this bass-ackwards, my friend. You would sooner and feel better about getting your child something than you would getting yourself something first. Now I'm picking on you a little bit. And I don't mean to do that, but I mean to do it in a loving way. Here's what I mean. Your kid needs a new hockey stick. You go out and you buy them a new hockey stick. Your kid needs she needs new slippers for dance or shoes for dance. You go out and get her some. Your kid needs brand new ball glove. You go out and grab that. They need to be run to whatever lessons they're going to. You go do that. Why aren't you doing something for you? Because it comes down to your self-worth. You are penny pinching, thinking about, I won't spend that thing on myself because it's too expensive. So you put money before your own worth. You put the worth of something else before your own worth. And I'm telling you, you got it bass-ackwards. You do. You do, and you need a little tune-up here. And you're going to get it right now from me. Here's what I'm talking about. Here's what I'm going to talk to you about. When I would talk to my ex-wife about things that I wanted to do, I would do it in a way where I would feel like I wasn't, the things that I wanted to do, it was a privilege for me. And I shouldn't have thought of it in a way that it was something that I could have and go away. Or, let me explain this a little bit better. Something that I wasn't worthy of having and felt guilty about and shamed myself about before thinking about, well, that would be nice to have, and I can do that. Let's go a little bit deeper with this, my friend, because I want you to hang on. I want you to hang on to what I'm talking about, and don't shut this off yet. Don't shut this off. The good stuff is coming. I'm going to go a little bit deeper. When you find that you have gotten to points in your relationship where you've advocated for yourself and you've gotten flack from your wife, don't tell me that you haven't, for trying to create time for yourself to be able to go out with the boys, or to be able to go out and maybe shoot 9 holes of golf, go to the driving range, whatever have you, just to get some time for yourself between time with the kids, time at work, time with her. And I'm going to tell you something. You are your own. You know yourself better than anyone else. You're your own best compass when it comes to these things. You know yourself better than anyone else. So you are in a place where you can take these things. These are yours. This time that you need to spend with yourself is yours. Here's where I'm upset about this stuff. You're not advocating for you. You're not advocating for you. And see what happens with this, when you don't advocate for you, these deer are going crazy here now. You, squirrel by the way, don't give yourself enough credit to be able to do something, and you shut down because you have tried to create space and your wife tells you you can't have the time to do it because there's other things you need to do. So you don't venture even farther into the conversation because you don't want any conflict. You don't let it go any further. So you don't discover what else you can do to try and get time for yourself. You just shut down. Okay? I know what that means, but if you don't take time for you, let me put it to you this way. We've got 5 generations of men that don't know how to connect to themselves. They don't know how to connect with themselves, so they can't connect to the world. And they don't know how to connect to themselves and they can't connect to the world. They are missing out on the relationship with their wives. And they can't connect with their wives because they can't connect with themselves. So they're out there doing selfless things like working, bringing home money, but not doing it for themselves. They're doing it bass backwards. You're doing it bass backwards. And you shouldn't be, man. You should not be doing that. Here's why. Your kids see it all too, and you're having problems connecting with them. Don't say anything till I'm finished. You are having problem connecting to your kids because you are away from them. And I know that there is a double-edged sword here when it comes to working. I get it. I get that. But if you can't connect to you, you connect to your wife. You can't connect to your kids. Therefore, you can't connect to the world. You can't do any of that. And no wonder you haven't created boundaries for yourself. You haven't done any of that. So what happens? When guys like me tell you that you need time for you with other men, to connect with other men so that you know how you can connect with yourself, so that you know how to connect with your wife and your kids, you shut down and you give it all it has to make excuses. Oh, so-and-so's got, little Carly's got a babysitting course coming up. Oh, Daniel, he's got Frisbee lessons and he takes them every Wednesday and Thursday and Friday, and our weekends are all booked up. We can't do anything. You're making excuses. You are making excuses. And it's time that you cut out the crap. It's time that you stop, because you need to get right with you right now. And we're going to get right with this right now on this topic. I need you to spend at least, at bare minimum, 10 minutes a day I've told you to carve out as much time as you can, and I advocate for you every time, and I do. And I'm telling you, you need to carve out bare minimum at the minimum. And I say an hour, you need to carve out 10 minutes a day just silent with you. And you're not doing that. And you're falling apart. And you're getting frustrated. And you're not enjoying work. And you're not enjoying your relationship. And you feel guilty because you're not enjoying yourself with the kids, because you're so caught up in all the emotions of what you guilted yourself through. And I'm away from them because I am making money for the family. You got to get right here first. That gets all this other stuff out here right as well. So how do you do this? Jesse's got an answer. You come to men's group. You come to men's group. You come talk to me. You come talk to me. And I'm going to be advocating for you. I'm also going to be telling your subconscious to take a hike. Every time it comes up and makes excuses in my presence, I'm going to tell it to take a hike. And you're going to need to get used to that, because I'm advocating for you, my friend. I want you to succeed. I want you to have the relationship with your wife that you've always wanted. I want you to have the polarity that you always needed so that you could love. And as a guy, that's a hard word to say, isn't it? It's a hard word to, and you start making distractions, jokes, and whatever else around it. Come on, man. Come on. I'm advocating for you to start hanging out with other men so that you know how you show up in the world, so that you can know how to show up in your relationship with your wife, so that you can show your kids the template that they need to do, that they need to live, that they need to feel. Because here's how it's going to go. You're going to keep replicating the family curse. And what is that? Probably another 6 generations of men that have created the disconnect from themselves and other people, that go out and make shallow decisions in the world with other people, things, sex, drugs, you name it. You go out and do it. And then you come home and you smoke you smoke yourself to oblivion with weed. And I'm not saying that weed is a bad thing. It's the intent behind it, because if you're doing it to escape, you're not solving the problem. If you're doing it for the intent to heal yourself as medicine for later to get off of it, I'm all for that. I'm all for you succeeding, my friend. I'm all for you succeeding, but you're not doing it. You're not doing it. You're making excuses, and you're putting your friends, your wife, and your kids in front of your own health, and I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of it. I'm done. I'm done. So I'm telling you how I'm feeling. And I'm telling you that you will perpetuate your family curse of disconnecting with your wife and the rest of your family, and your coworkers, and keep perpetuating it within yourself. If you don't look after you now, and you know what happens? I get older clients that come to me now and say, Jesse, I've got this pain in my shoulder. I've got this pain in my lower back. And my lower back doesn't move anymore. It's because you've hidden away all this disconnect and anger within yourself, and it shows up as a calcification. And when you come to me, as clients have come to me, and I'm not saying that this was absolutely the worst thing they could have done, or they did it deliberately. They just didn't know they were living their best selves. But now that you have the knowledge through this video to know what I'm talking about, it's your responsibility to do it. They just didn't know. They were living the best they could. And now they came and talked to me and said, you need to do something. And you know what? I may not have all the answers, but I will have a number of answers, and I know a number of people that can help you through this. Okay? But you got to stop. You got to stop hiding from yourself. You got to stop creating distractions. You've got to stop perpetuating the lie within you, which is, I'm okay every day, I'm okay, but you show up as anger. You show up as an angry person, and you don't show up in your relationship with your wife or your partner, for that matter, whomever that is, or your kids, because you're so damn invested in the response of trying to deal with your own infliction of when they. I'll break this up for you. I'll tell you how this goes, because this is how I call myself out and hold myself accountable. When I get upset with my kids, take a step back, and I ask myself, is this the response that I felt when I didn't feel that I was getting the attention that I needed? Is this the response that I felt when I wasn't heard? And 9 times out of 10, it is. It's my crap. When I get upset with them and they're upset with me, they're just telling me that they need me. That they need me as a dad. They need me to wake up. They need me to communicate. They need my affection. Okay? And it's you. You're doing it too. You're getting upset with them, having a little mini tantrum inside that, and you're a mirror of them. And guess whose problem it is in that moment? It's not your kids. It's you. And I can say this from experience. This is my own self calling my own accountability right now. Okay? So stop with the crap, man. I'm tired of it, and I'm done. You need to get yourself to my men's group. You need to get yourself on the phone to talk to me. You need to get with other brothers and remember who you are. You need to spend time with other men to forge connections with them, like brothers, like friends. Plan things. And you need to stop cowering to your wife when you get to a point when you ask for time to go out, and stop being upset that you're going to have a fight with her. You might get some pushback the very first time you do it, but I can tell you how to get through all of that. I know how. I've done it. Trust me, a man working from experience, I can help you get through that. I can help coach you. I'm just passionate. I'm just very passionate. I'm advocating for you. I'm advocating for you because I believe that I can help you. I believe that if you see what I see in you, that you are going to succeed even better than you thought you would, and you're going to find the love within yourself, and you're going to grow, and you're going to communicate, and you're going to go, geez, man, I am so glad that I talked to somebody about this like yourself, because I have been waiting a long time to feel parts of me that I shut off forever. How about that? All right, enough of this. Enough of my dialogue here. Again, I'm not upset. I'm very passionate about this. I'm very passionate about helping you. I'm very passionate about supporting you. And my man, you're going to get love from me, tough love from me. You're going to get all sides of it. But if you commit to doing this, I'm going to give you everything I got. All right? Now, I'm going to leave it there. This entire conversation was meant for you, and I'm hopeful that it cracked and it got through that hard shell that you've been protecting for a long time. I want you to reach out. I want you to send me some feedback. I want you to comment. I want you to let me know how you feel, how you genuinely feel. And if this triggered you, I want to know about that too. I do. I want to know about you. I'm advocating for you. Okay. I've said enough. Love to you all, and love to you in particular. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. And on that note, Jesse out. Let's do this.